Welcome to Miss B. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning from. I am Bernadette, originally from Baguio City, Philippines, and now living here in Canada as an early childhood educator by profession, a proud digital business owner, and a child of God. So, again, magandang umaga, magandang hapon, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Welcome to another episode of My Business Live, real life and real story. Tonight, we're talking about something very simple, pero very powerful. Busy is not the same as building. Let's be honest. Most of us are so busy. Busy sa work, busy sa family, busy taking care of other people, busy meeting deadlines and responsibilities. Pero here's the question. Are we just staying busy or are we actually building something for our future? Because being busy can fill our calendar, but building can change our future. And tonight, we have three amazing people who will share their real life experiences and how they discovered the difference between simply being busy and intentionally building something more. So I have here Sis Emily, Sok, and Sis Ying. Hello, hello, everyone.
Hello, thank you for having us.
Morning.
Yes. So again, let's start with someone whose profession is all about caring for others. Emily, as a nurse, you're always busy caring for others. So I want you to introduce yourself, and I'll go to our questions. Take it away, Sis Emily.
This is B. So I'm Emily. I am originally in the Philippines. I am an immigrant registered nurse living here in Orlando, Florida.
All right. Thank you, sis. So here's your question. When did you realize that being busy is not the same as building your future?
Well, being busy and building a future are two very different things. So as a nurse, being busy is part of my everyday life. As you know, mga kababayan who are out there, being like me, we are busy every day on our feet all day. I've spent years caring for patients and working long hours, and I'm proud of that. But being busy doesn't necessarily mean I am moving forward. Nararamdaman nyo ba sometimes being busy can make you feel more productive? But if all your time is exchanged for a paycheck, you can eventually realize that your time is your most valuable asset. Then realization pushed me to realize and step outside my comfort zone and explore something that could give me more flexibility, maybe more on the personal growth and the possibility of having additional income. And don't get me wrong, para sa mga katulad kong nurse, we value nursing deeply. But in the end, I also believe we can care for others without forgetting to build a future of myself.
All right. Thank you, sis Emily. Definitely, as a nurse, kudos ako sa mga healthcare workers dyan. And I know you are also those sinasabing hero without their capes. So again, thank you, sis Emily. And I think that's something many of us can relate to. As a caregiver, as a nurse or medical profession, we spend so much time taking care of everyone else. Pero sometimes we forgot to ask, what am I building for myself and for my future? So again, being busy at work is valuable, but building something alongside it can give us another option. Thank you, sis, for sharing that. So now let's move to our next guest. So now let's hear from someone who spent years shaping and educating the next generation. So, after years of teaching, you dedicated so much of your life to your students. So, kindly introduce yourself, Sok. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernadette. So ako pala si Kuya Sok, isang retiree, a retired teacher, and originally from Bohol, the Philippines, and have been residing in New York for more than 30 years. And I moved to the US in New York, in particular, more than 20 years ago to become a teacher. And I have been thriving as an online business mentor myself for over a year now. And in regard to my topic for tonight, so when did I realize that being working busy and working hard isn't really building something for the future. So had it not been for this online business, had I not joined this online business, I would not have realized that there's a better way to build something for our future. So, just like anyone else na nagtatrabaho for a very long time, parang yun lang ang na laman ko, which is away from me or anyone who's having a job uh, to build something for themselves and for their family's future. So that was me until I joined the business. So it was only when I joined the business that I realized that this is a better way to build something for ourselves and for the future of our family. So, because you don't need to trade your time with your family with extra working hours just to um, earn extra income that besides the regular salary that you will be getting from your job, right? So this online business is very doable. It actually fits your lifestyle, so you don't need to adjust to it. But this one, it's kind of like a business that adjusts to your own lifestyle because you don't need to change what you have. In fact, if you are still busy working with your job, you don't need to quit the job or set it aside just to do something for the business. Okay, so it's very doable. It's very flexible. It does not only give us the opportunity to earn extra income, but also an opportunity to learn a lot of things and gain personal growth from the things that you learn from this online business. And I'm a living witness to that now that I am retired because this online business has given me a new path and a new purpose in life, right? So I'm still here for my family, but as a retiree, I'm still excited about my days as a retiree with this online business. So I'm not being stressed out by this. Had I known earlier on, back when I was still a busy teacher, then I would really have not have a second thought in joining it. But then again, I did not regret that I discovered this business when I was like at the age when I was already thinking of retiring. Although at that time when I joined the business, it was also at the time when I was really burnt out. The pressure at work was really tremendous. That I really was very thankful that this online business came my way through another retired teacher who retired at an early age of 41 because of this online business. So, yes, it was only when I got into this business that I realized that this is a better way to build something for one's future, especially if you are a family person. This is something that you can build a legacy for your family, this online business. So that's all I can say for that topic, Bernadette. Thank you so much, and back to you.
All right. Wow. That is so much of the perks of having this digital business. So thank you. Thank you once again for sharing those. Again, your story reminds us that retirement doesn't have to mean the end of building.
Mhm.
Sometimes retirement is actually the beginning of asking, what
Mhm.
else can I create? And what else can I build? What possibilities are still ahead of me? Age or career stage should not automatically define what's possible for our future. So once again, thank you, Suk. And now, our last but not the least, Sis Ying. We have her who spent years in the corporate world. So Sis Ying, after years of working in the corporate world, that is her topic for tonight. So can you introduce a little bit of yourself, sis?
All right, thank you, Sis Bernadette. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning from. My name is Ying Harlan. I'm a retired corporate professional, currently living here in Ontario, Canada. Isa sa pinakamahalagang natutunan ko sa bagong chapter ng buhay ko is that retirement does not mean we stop growing. Minsan ito pa nga ang simula ng pag-discover ng mga bagong interests, pag-aaral ng bagong skills, at pag-create ng bagong opportunities para sa ating sarili at sa mga pamilya. All right, so with the question that you mentioned, Sis Bernadette, after spending so many years in the corporate world, one of the biggest lessons I learned is that being busy is not always the same as making progress. It's definitely not the same as building freedom. Kasi sa corporate world, sanay tayo na laging busy, may meetings, deadlines, emails, reports, at kung minsan kahit tapos na nga ang working hours, iniisip pa rin natin ang work, right? At the end of the day, pagod na tayo. Pero parang kulang pa rin ang oras para sa sarili at sa pamilya natin. So I used to think that being busy meant I was being productive, pero eventually I realized you can be busy all day and still not be building the life you really want. So for me, building freedom means being more intentional with my time. Instead of asking how much can I accomplish today, I started asking, is that what I'm doing today? Helping me create more choices for my future? That's a big difference. So being busy is about filing, filling your schedule, and building freedom is about creating options. So options with your time, your income, and eventually how you want to live your life. So now that I'm retired, mas naiintindihan ko na that success is not just about how hard or how long you work. It's also about creating a life where work supports your life. So instead of consuming it, right? So my biggest takeaway is this: don't just be busy, be intentional, because at the end of the day, the goal is not simply to have a full calendar. The goal is to build a life where you have the freedom to choose how you spend your time and what truly matters to you. Back to you, host.
Wow, that is a great to end this um live for my panelists. All right. So and again and again, Sis Ying, that is such an important reminder for everyone who are watching us right now. A busy career can provide income today. Yes, that's for sure. But building can create options for tomorrow. Sometimes the goal is not to work harder. The goal is to start working smarter with intention and a purpose. And of course, here's my own story as well. As an early childhood educator, I can relate to this topic personally. Again, being an educator, my days can be very, very busy, I'm telling you. Caring for young children, planning activities, supporting families, and doing everything that comes with a job. But I eventually asked myself, if I'm already giving so much of my time to my career, what am I doing to build something for my future? That is exactly the question that opened my mind to digital business. I didn't leave my career. I'm still doing my full-time job right now, but I simply started building alongside my career. Because for me, it's not about choosing between my job and my business. It's about creating another possibility for my future. So again, I would like to call you all and tell us what you could share and to our viewers and supporters and those who are watching us right now. So what can you tell them? Let's start with Sis Ying, Sis Emily, and then Sok.
All right, to all our viewers, if any of what was mentioned tonight resonate with you, feel free to connect with any one of us. Our website's displayed on the screen, and we will be your mentor. And if it interests you that much, we have a very complimentary webinar every Tuesdays and Thursdays that you can get an overview of what we do as a digital business owners. And That's it. I hope to see you on the inside.
All right.
Para sa mga kababayan namin dyan, watching live or maybe a replay at this moment, so pag you feel like there's something need to be done, and then you always say later, and I always say maybe later will become never. So you better do it now because maybe someday will never come. So for out there, as what Ate Ying said, if you are looking for a side hustle or something that you can grow alongside with your career, this is the time for you to research and do your due diligence about this business because not everybody's aligned with our goals. So you can reach Sis B, Ate Ying, at Kuya Sok, and me, and we will walk you throughout the way.
Okay. To those who are watching us, our viewers, so if you're looking for something that is a smart way for you to build something for yourself and for your family, so you can reach out to any one of us in the panel, and we'll provide you with the materials that will make you informed about this business, so that you will have your own personal take and opinion about whether it is for you or not. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much. Back to you, Bernadette.
All right. Thank you so much for the last minute invitation, Sis Ying, Sis Emily, and Sok for this live for tonight. So again, what are the things that we can learn from tonight's stories? First, busy doesn't always mean progress. You can have a full schedule and still not be intentionally building your future. Your job can be your foundation, not your limitation. You can appreciate your career while still creating another path and start building before you need it. Don't wait until retirement or being burnout or major life change before you start thinking about your next chapter, because you don't have to quit your job to start building. You can start small, you can learn, you can plug into a system, you can build consistently one step at a time. And again, guys, those are reminders. So before we end tonight, I want to leave you with this: being busy pays the bills, but building can create possibilities. Your calendar may be full today, but what are you putting into place for tomorrow? Maybe your next chapter doesn't require you to work harder. Maybe it simply requires you to start building differently. To Sis Emily, to Sok, and to Sis Ying, thank you for sharing your real stories and reminding us that it's never too late or too early to build something meaningful for your future. And to everyone watching us tonight, and for those who are watching the replay, if this conversation made you pause and ask yourself, am I just busy or am I building? Maybe that question is already your first step. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Again, this is Bernadette reminding you, don't just fill your days, build your future. God bless everyone, and we'll say bye for now.
Bye.
We'll again next time. Bye.